don't give a about that.
All right, it seems Ben Shapiro is on another cultural rant, and this time he's got Taylor Swift and Jennifer Lopez in his crosshairs. Yep, Benny Boy's back, and he's not holding back on what he sees as a tragic case of Hollywood's midlife crisis going off the rails. According to the ever-predictable Shapiro, stars like our beloved Taylor and J.Lo are stuck in a fantasy where they're still frolicking through high school hallways and doodling hearts in their notebooks, which, spoiler alert, they're not. His words, not mine. So Shapiro went full rant mode on Swift first, shaking his head at how she's still out here singing like she's nursing a broken heart from prom night 2007. Never mind that the Eras Tour basically printed money and healed the economy, Ben thinks it's just one big case of adulting denial. Oh, and he's real triggered by the fact that she's 35, but still channeling her inner 16-year-old. Imagine being so offended by a catchy breakup anthem. And it doesn't stop there. He took a further swipe at Katy Perry too, by the way, claiming she's clowning herself at 40. Apparently glitter and giant dancing sharks are no longer age-appropriate. Someone alert the fun police. Then there's J.Lo, queen of the still got it game, who apparently's really ruffled Ben's feathers with that steamy kiss moment at the AMAs. According to insiders, he's comparing it to Madonna's infamous lip lock moment from the early 2000s and having a full cultural meltdown about it. Heck, he's even dragging poor Theo Von into this. Yes, Theo Von, for not dressing like he's ready for a suburban barbecue and instead acting like a guy who, enjoys life? The horror. According to Ben, society's gone off the rails and is now just a parade of middle-aged folks playing pretend in a teen drama. The way he says it, you'd think Jennifer Lopez caused inflation and Taylor Swift's lyrics single-handedly dismantled Western values. But not everyone's buying what Ben's selling. The internet, in true savage fashion, clapped back hard. One critic basically told him to take several seats, pointing out how Swift's selling out stadiums while he's ranting into a mic for a fraction of that attention. Another just straight up called the whole thing ridiculous, and honestly, mood. Speaking of Taylor Swift allegedly dismantling Western civilization with her glittery boots and heartbreak ballads, her fans are now breathing fire over a spicy little double standard, and honestly, they have a point. So here comes the Swiftie rage train, chewing its way through NBA Twitter because apparently Timothee Wonka Chalamet can show up to every Knicks game with his tousled hair and oversized hoodie, and everyone's like, aw, look at our little basketball-loving prince. Meanwhile, Taylor pulls up to one Chiefs game to support her man Travis Kelce, and suddenly she's the Yoko Ono of football. Swifties are done playing nice. They've clocked the hypocrisy like it's the final boss in a video game. Timmy's been sitting front row at Madison Square Garden, clapping like he's got money on the game, and somehow he's getting standing ovations from NBA fans and big old group hug from the media. Taylor? Booed at the Super Bowl like she crashed a frat party uninvited. One TikToker even dropped a whole thesis on this mess, breaking it down like, yeah, Tim's a born and bred New Yorker and a real Knicks diehard, but y'all really broadcasting his every smirk like it's breaking news, and no one's whining about screen time then. Meanwhile, Taylor shows up with a Diet Coke, and suddenly every dude named Chad thinks she's plotting the downfall of masculinity. And let's not forget, Homegirl has Knicks roots too. Performed at Madison Square Garden as a kid. She didn't just stumble into sports because she met a tight end with dreamy eyes. Tim even skipped the Met Gala to watch a Knicks game, and folks treated it like he just solved world hunger. But Swift? She changes her lyrics for Kelce, cheers from the stands, and suddenly she's stealing the spotlight. One commenter summed it up perfectly. The only real difference here is that some people just can't handle a woman who dares to enjoy sports without asking for a permission slip. And while Swifties are fighting the patriarchy, the Kelce brothers are plotting something even wilder. An NFL power move that's got boss level unlocked written all over it. Jason and Travis are officially done just throwing touchdowns and tossing around podcast banter. Now they're eyeballing NFL ownership like two bros who've maxed out their Madden franchise mode and decided, you know what, let's just buy the team. Word on the street is that the Kelces have pulled up to Roger Goodell's, the NFL's commissioner, metaphorical front porch with a business proposal in one hand and a six-pack of garage beer in the other like, yo Raj, let me hold a franchise real quick. With about $70 million between them and a little extra sparkle from that Swiftian billionaire energy in Travis's back pocket, the boys are playing the long game. And need I remind you, their New Heights podcast didn't just become a fan favorite. It scored a Wondery deal worth over $100 million. That's not chump change, that's buy a yacht and name it touchdown daddy money. But the real sneaky flex? Garage beer. Started as a fun side hustle for Travis, now it's a full-blown brewery co-owned by both brothers and quietly becoming their golden ticket into the league's inner circle. Insiders say they're already deep in talks to snag a big chunk of an undisclosed football team. Details under wraps for now, probably guarded by 3 NDAs and a blood oath. Fans are already whispering about whether their hometown loyalty to Cleveland could mean they're gunning for a stake in the Browns. I mean, they've been repping Cavs jerseys like proud uncles at a family barbecue, and Garage Beer's Ohio roots make that theory suspiciously juicy. And speaking of juicy Cleveland theories and blood oath level secrets, the Kelce empire isn't just rising on the gridiron and in beer land, it's officially expanding into baby bottles and midnight Googling, because Kylie Kelce is back on her podcast grind, fresh out of maternity leave and already throwing down the realist mom confessions like she's got zero time for Pinterest perfect parenting. So here comes Queen Kylie, wrangling 4 kids like it's a full contact sport, and let's be real, at this point she's basically running her own preschool/chaos factory. On her Not Gonna Lie podcast, she's spilling the tea on newborn life with baby Finley, a name that sounds cute and chill until you realize the tiny human behind it has turned her household into a 24/7 WWE tag team match. Apparently, even after 4 kids, Kylie's still deep in that Google spiral, typing in stuff like, "Is it normal if my baby hiccups after every sneeze while blinking twice?" Sources say she's comparing baby Finn's every move to old pics of her older kids, like she's trying to solve a mystery from the FBI archives. She's scrolling through the camera roll like it's a crime scene, looking for evidence that Bennett drooled slightly more at 3 weeks than Finley does now. And don't even get her started on the sibling dynamics. Wyatt and Elliot are acting like Disney princesses meeting their magical baby sidekick, talking to Finn like she's royalty. But Bennett? She isn't buying it. She's giving off pure middle child energy, pretending Finley doesn't exist while side-eyeing her crib like it's a personal betrayal. And while Kylie's running a daycare disguised as a household, her brother-in-law Travis is refusing to retire like he's Tom Brady with a podcast. Yep, Travis is officially suiting up again for the Kansas City Chiefs in 2025, because apparently 35 is the new 25, at least if you've got Patrick Mahomes hyping you up. Insiders say that if the Chiefs had bagged that Super Bowl win instead of getting stomped by the Eagles, Travis might have pieced out with a mic drop and a farewell parade. But no, our guy tasted defeat and decided, not like this. So now he's back on the field like a dad at a high school reunion football game trying to prove he still got it. And from what Mahomes is spilling, Travis might actually pull it off. Mahomes is practically writing love poems about Kelce's new vibe, saying he's moving better, feeling better, and weirdly more motivated than last year, which, like, how? Did he find the fountain of youth in that garage beer cooler? Is he bathing in Epsom salt and Taylor's leftover Eras Tour glitter? Either way, sources say he's crushing OTAs like a rookie trying to earn his roster spot, not like a guy with 3 championship rings and a podcast empire on the side. Now, folks are wondering if this is Travis's last ride, or if he's pulling a fast one on all of us and planning to go full Gandalf the Grey and just never leave. Either way, he's apparently feeling fresher than he did last season, which is basically football code for get ready for a comeback tour, baby. And knowing Kelce, he's not just coming back. He's showing up with touchdown dances, locker room jokes, and at least one moment that'll have the NFL internet screaming he's still got it. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.